Okay, here we go. Welcome back to workout numero 5. It's time to begin. And today we're going to introduce you a new method. So last time we introduced you to AMRAP, which was as many rounds as possible in a given time frame. And today we're going to introduce you to something called EMOM. Two kind of different methods or modalities of training that will get a good workout and quite a lot of volume in. So it's a bit of a step up again today. We're going to do quite a lot of work, but it's still going to be squeezed into that 20-minute time frame. So anyway, let's get warmed up while I try to talk you through as clearly as possible what it actually means. So, as always, let's just start jogging on the spot. We know the deal by now. Always best to get the heart rate going and get the legs a bit mobile and everything a bit looser. So EMOM. So effectively we're going to do one long 18-minute EMOM. It sounds like absolute chaos, but that will go a lot quicker than you might think. And we're going to focus on 2 movements at a time. So I'm just going to start to bring the knees up a little bit. So for example, what EMOM actually means is every minute on the minute. So I'm going to run a recurring minute timer, which will just keep on going over and over again. And every single minute, it's going to beep. Just follow what I'm doing with my legs, by the way. I'm changing as we go, just kind of follow along. So every single minute, we have got to get a certain number of reps done in that time frame. So for example, the first 2 movements are going to be squats and push-ups. So we're going to kick off with the 2 big ones. In minute 1, we need to get done 12 squats. And then in minute 2, we need to get done, 8 push-ups. So let's say we do 12 squats in 30 seconds. We will then get 30 seconds to rest before the next minute strikes. And then let's say we get 8 push-ups done in 30 seconds. We'll also get 30 seconds to rest. And we're going to cycle those 2 movements for 3 rounds. And then I'm going to slightly change it as we go through. So we're not really going to stop once we get going. I'm just going to start to kick up the legs. I know that's a lot of words and a lot of jumbo, but I think you'll probably grasp onto it very quickly. The most important thing that you do is you have got to count your own reps at your own speed. So I'll be counting mine in my head. I might be going slower or faster. Just finish when you've done your reps. And then let's say you have 30 seconds. That's how long you recover. And then when you hear the beeps again, you will then go for the push-ups for 8 reps. As soon as you finish your reps, you can then technically stop that round and wait for the beeps to strike again on the next minute. Hopefully that sort of makes sense. It's quite tough to describe, but like I said, once we get going, you'll get it pretty quickly, I think. So in layman's terms, we're going to start off with a set of 12 bodyweight squats, which we're used to by now. And then once you've done your own 12, you stop for that round up until you hear the beeps again. So just don't keep on going. You stop once you do your reps. I'm just going to do the shoulders. So everyone that's doing it at home, including me here, we'll all finish at different times. It's not a rush, it's not a race. You're not trying to squeeze the reps out really quickly. The way that I've designed it is so that you have enough time to get the reps done with good technique and still get a bit of recovery in there. So just focus for the first round on hitting 12 squats. As simple as that. And we're going to get going in about 30 seconds or so. So let's get ready. In terms of what you're going to need for today's session, we are going to be doing some tricep dips in there at some time, just a little bit more jogging on the spot. So you might want a chair or a sofa or just a little bench or something that you've got. But apart from that, everything else is pretty much floor based. So again, maybe lying down a bit as well. So enough room for that. Okay, here we go. So let's start off. I'm going to start the timer, which is just in front of me here. I've got the beeps turned up, so hopefully you're going to hear the beeps as well. But just 12 squats for the first round. And then once you've done that, I'll talk you through it as you go. So make sure you've got your TV turned up, but of course you can play your own music in the meantime. So here we go. So let's get ready to rock and roll. I'm starting the timer out of screen there. So here we go. I'm going to start off with 12 squats, as to you. So 3, 2, 1, and we're off now. So we're in it to win it. The workout starts here, and we're not going to be stopping it up until the 18 rounds of exercise and the 18 minutes are done. So you'd have to excuse my counting because it's quite tough to count and talk at the same time, but hopefully right now you're counting your own reps. Okay, so I think that's about 12 for me, but of course if you're not finished yet,
halfway there.
Don't worry, you finish when you finish. But next up, once you have done your 12 reps, get onto the floor on your knees and your toes for the push-ups. Now by now we know what the push-ups are. So we've got about 18 seconds left of this round. So let's get ready. If you finished your your squats, and we can go straight into them. So let's listen out for the beeps. but you still have 10 seconds of recovery. Don't do your push-ups yet, not until you hear the beeps. So 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we're doing 8 push-ups. So 8 push-ups on your knees, on your toes, on your stomach, whatever floats your fancy. Okay, and again, everyone's gonna be finishing different timings, but that's the 8 push-ups done for me. We have 40 seconds of recovery, but keep going if you're not finished. Just keep going, ignore what I'm saying. But now we repeat these 2 over again for another 2 rounds. We do 3 rounds of each 2 movements. So when you hear the countdown, we're going back into 12 squats and so on and so forth. But you are in control of your own destiny, of your own recovery. That's the most important thing. The better you do, or the quicker you do good technique, the more recovery time you'll get. So 10 seconds, and then we're going straight back into another round of squats. So let's get ready, still 12 reps. So 3, 2, 1, and let's go. And just remember, sitting nice and low in the squats. Hopefully the second round's a little bit better than the first round, now that we're a bit more loose. Again, you finish when you finish.
Halfway there.
That's the halfway mark, obviously. So I'm gonna have a little sip of water. Again, some of you may still be going, some of you may finish quicker. It's all irrelevant, it's up to you. But in 12 seconds, well, no, 15 seconds, we're gonna get ready for push-ups again. For 8 reps.
10 seconds.
Again, knees or toes is up to you. So 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Good, and just remember, in terms of push-up technique, you've still got 40 seconds to complete that round wherever you're on. Hands closer means more triceps, hands further apart means more chest. Hands further apart is a bit easier than having your hands closer. So bear all of that in mind. Because we've got another round left, that's the halfway mark. Because we've got another round left, you can go slightly different grip on each one. So you've got 23 seconds left to complete your push-ups. Hopefully you've done your 8 reps around about now, but then we go back into another set of squats for 12. And I would say leave it at this for now. I've got a very set rep scheme for the workout, but if it's pretty easy towards the end, you can always add a couple of reps every single round. It's up to you. But 12 squats, one more time coming up in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. And there we go, that's my 12 done. If you're following along and keeping the same sort of speed as me, then that makes it a lot easier. So 30 seconds, then we've got another round of push-ups. And after the round of push-ups, I'm going to switch out these 2 movements for 2 different ones. But the beauty is, if you've been following the previous 3 or 4 workouts, all the movements today are ones that we're familiar with. So I know it's a different structure, so I try to keep it simple in other ways. But
10 seconds.
And then we have to get going again. So let's get ready to rock and roll. Last round of push-ups, I'm going to go a bit wider grip this time. So 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Still 8 reps. And good. Again, push-ups can take a little bit longer sometimes, so no worries if you're still going. We have got 40 seconds left to recover. So now keep doing your push-ups if you haven't finished your 8 reps yet, but I'm now going to talk to you the next 2 movements. So the first movement, which we're going to be doing in 30 seconds, are some ab walkouts. I'm just going to show you these. So these are where you touch your toes, walk yourself down into a plank. Just don't do it yet. You're still recovering. Into a plank, then you're going to walk yourself back up. So that's movement number 1. Again, we've done this a few times. Now movement number 2, side lunges. So we put our feet together. We take a big step to the side, touch the inner inner foot, and then we go down to the other side. So side lunges and movement 2. But we're going to start off with 4 reps of walkout. So let's go in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So 4 reps of ab walkouts. Could be a little bit tougher now, these ones. Generally speaking, the walkout should take a little bit longer. Notice how I'm walking down to a plank. I'm not stooping my bum too low. I'm also not keeping my bum too high. I'm walking to a dead, straight plank and then walking back up. So that's my 4 done. Again, keep going if you haven't done your 4 yet. But I'm going to get ready for those side lunges. Just remember, with the side lunge, the bigger the step out, the more stretch you get on your hips. The smaller the step, the more you can work your quads a bit more. So you can go somewhere in between, like I do. Switching over legs every time, and it's 12 reps, which is basically 6 per side. So 12 reps, switching over. So 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So I'm right first, stepping back to the middle, then left. And that's my second. So count every single rep, and we've got to get done 12. Trying to use your legs as much as you can. Try not to use your back too much. Again, might start to up the intensity a bit here because these are slightly longer movements. AKA your rest periods are going to come down a bit now.
Halfway there.
Good, I think that was 12 for me. So we've got a 22-second recovery before we go back into walkouts for 4 reps. And like I said before, you finish when you finish, so ignore me if I'm talking over you doing your movements. But 4 reps, if that's too tough for you for the walkouts, take it down to 3. But I'd recommend keeping it at 4 if and when you can. So, no time for water. Here we go. So, 3, 2, 1, and then 4 more walkouts. Again, we're just repeating that first round that we've just done. 2 movements at a time. Very simple premise. Just complete the reps to the best of your ability. That's the most important thing. We're not rushing because we're under time. Remember, on the way back up from here, we're trying to pitch the bum up in the air and stretch out our hamstrings at the back.
Halfway there.
But that's your halfway mark, 30 seconds gone. Again, if you're finishing similar sort of time to me, gives you a nice comfortable 30-second rest. If you're not, let's keep going. Let's keep going for those reps. But next up will be the side lunges again. You can always have a bit of water nearby so you can always keep yourself hydrated because it is an 18-minute workout without any proper recovery here. So here we go, side lunges, 12 reps. And let's do this. Again, trying to keep both feet facing forward if we can. Try not to let your feet turn out to the side. And 12 reps is the goal. 6 per side. Okie, good sort of speed so far if you're following along. So we've got 1 more round of each of these to do. Walkouts, 4 reps, side lunges, 12 reps. Then I'll talk you through the next 2 movements after this. So keep that timer rolling. We're not stopping just yet. We've got 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
So I'm going to start to get ready now for my last set of ab walkouts before we move on. So here we go, make these ones your best ones as always. Nice and controlled, nice and slow. And let's go. Let's go. Good. And there we go. So I took a little bit longer on those ones just to make sure they're good quality reps. So 1 more set of side lunges for the 12 in about 22 seconds, depending on where you're at the moment. Then, like I said, I'll talk you through the next movements straight after, which are quite nice and painful. Nice and painful, should I say. So here we go. 10 seconds. Last round of side lunges, alternate legs. So 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Again, I'm taking a relatively decent sized step out here. I want to stretch my leg, the inner thigh a little bit as I go down. It's actually quite useful having a mat because I'm using that as guidance. Every single rep that I do, I'm making sure my feet are on the very outsides of the mat, and it allows me to keep consistent with the reps. Totally lost count now. Hopefully you're counting better than me. I think that'd be about right. So again, 12 reps was the goal. But now quickly, let me talk you through, just keep going if you're not finished yet, but let me just talk you through the next rounds. So it's both on the floor, glute bridges, number 1. So I've got 15 seconds to show you this. Hopefully you know what these are already. So glute bridges, up and down, like so.
10 seconds.
And in a second, we're going to go straight over for the next minute into your climbers at this sort of speed. So let's go for glute bridges for 12 reps. That's the beep, I'm behind, so let's go 12 reps of these. So squeeze your bum. Again, we're running live on that timer. There's no extra recovery, so follow along with me. We're working hard now. Again, squeezing the glutes at the top, keeping good squeeze and driving up through the heels, the same points apply. And there we go. Okay, we're keeping relatively consistent with that time now. Sorry, my camera cut out a bit there, so I had to just quickly pop those together, but now we're back in live. Rookie error. So let's get ready to carry on. We've got about 20 seconds left of recovery before we go into the mountain climbers on the ground. So again, mountain climbers, speed is going to be this sort of speed, nothing too fast, and we need to do about 20 reps in total. So let's get ready in about 8 seconds. So 20 reps, keeping the bum nice and low. In 3, 2, 1, and let's go. 1, 2. This sort of speed again. Follow my speed, keeping your bum nice and low. That's the most important thing. Keeping your head and your chest over your hands. And I'm pretty sure that's 20. Again, don't go by mind counting, make sure you're counting your own reps because it's tough to count and speak at the same time, but there's no point getting back up. You've got 30 seconds to recover before we go back onto the ground for your glute bridges round number 2. And remember, 12 reps, so these two back to back aren't too tough. We're keeping the mountain climbers nice and slow and controlled, and we're keeping the glute bridges nice and slow and controlled as well, but really squeeze the hell out of your bum at the top. So, again, you finish when you finish, so we're going to get ready now to go into your glute bridges for a set of 12. Again, take your time, there's no rush with these, we've got plenty of time to get these done. So 3, 2, 1, and let's go. I'm up, I'm squeezing, I'm holding that contraction at the top for a split second to really get the best out of this workout. Rushing the movements is never the way to go. And there we go. Squeeze that a couple more reps there in the end. Okay, nice. So that's another round done. Again, you finish when you finish your 12. But next up, it's back into the climbers. Steady sort of rep tempo. It will take us between 20 and 30 seconds if we've done it correctly. It's a rep every second or so. So left, right, left, every second or so for 1 rep. So 10 seconds left to recover. I'm going to get into position already for the mountain climbers. A set of 20, count your own reps. Don't go by my counting. That is rookie mistake number 1. So 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Again, keeping the bum nice and low. Try not to lift it up too high. Good. Okay, that's me done there. Again, finishing when you finish. So we've got one more round of both of these. So I'm staying on the ground.
Halfway there.
That's your halfway mark, 30 seconds of recovery. Again, if you need to get your water in just to keep hydrated, you're more than welcome to, but I'm going to get straight back onto the floor. Get a nice bit of recovery in. Laying down is always beneficial before we go into our last round of glute bridges. So let's get prepared and ready to rock and roll with this one. Our best round is always our last one. So here we go, 10 seconds left of recovery. Let's get ready. Squeezing the glutes at the top. I'll say it again. And let's go. 12 reps, don't forget. And good, nice, excellent. So again, like I said before, if you're finding it really, really easy at the moment, then it doesn't matter. You can make it a bit more. Instead of doing 12, you can do 14 or 15, for example. So you can always just slightly change the reps, but we are almost there now. The 20 minutes is almost up. So let's get ready for our last round. We're going to be going into a nice set of mountain climbers for your last set of 20. So make this one your very best. This is your 18-minute time frame. So last bit of work, last bit of tough work, and then you can call it a day. So let's get ready to rock and roll. And here we go. 1, 2, 3. "20 reps, again, you finish when you finish, keeping it good technique. Okay, good. All right then. So now we're going to let that timer run down. Again, you finish when you finish. Everyone will finish at different times. And then we've got one little surprise for you at the end, like I hinted at the beginning. However, keep going. You're not finished yet. If you haven't done your 20 mountain climbers just yet, you keep going. If you are finished, make this time. You've got about 20 seconds left to recovery before I explain the next bit. Get your water in, but we're almost there now. So again, I'm going to let it run down. Again, everyone finish when they finish. Then I'll talk you through the next phase, which is very quick. So 3, 2, 1, and good. Okay, so now the last phase. That was like an 18-minute EMOM, and this is very quick. So I hinted at the start that we're going to be doing some tricep dips. So he's going to finish off with a one-off set of EMOM for tricep dips. And basically what that means, I'm going to get a 5-round timer. The round's going to be 30 seconds long. And every 30 seconds, we have got to try to get done about 6 to 10 tricep dips, depending on what level you're at. So if you find it really tough, go for 6. If you think that sounds more than achievable, go for 10. But you have basically now got 30 seconds to get done 10 reps, or 6, or 7, or 8, or 9. Somewhere in between those reps. 10 is the hardest, 6 is the easiest, but none of it is easy. Just to quick recap very quickly what the tricep dips are. If you do them on the ground, they look a bit like this, going up and down like so. Again, we've done them quite a lot lately. If you're doing them on a chair, you will have your hands behind you, which I'll sort of show you here, because of course I don't have a chair in this room. But if the way I'm going to do it on these blocks and on my little step here. So imagine this is a chair, very realistic. Imagine it's a sofa. You would have your hands on the very edge, and you would be a lot higher off the ground than this, of course. Then you would go up and down like that. The place that you stop is when your arms get to like a right angle at the elbow and the shoulder. So don't go any lower than that, and try not to go too shallow. But again, if you don't have any of that nearby, just do it on the floor, or just do it on some sort of little step like I'm doing here. We're trying to work the tricep. The clue is in the name. So enough talking, to be a very quick little blitz towards the end to really work those arms. In terms of structure, like I said, you have got 30 seconds to get between 6 and 10 reps done. Then when the 30-second beeps again, we go again. So I'm now just going to be slightly off camera here. Just going to put a little timer on for 30 seconds. So let's get ready to rock and roll. So EMOM, every 30 seconds, like I said, shooting is very much live, so it's all a little bit unfiltered, and 5 rounds, so it's 2.5 minutes. So get yourself ready and prepared now for your last bit. 5 rounds of dips coming up in about 7 seconds. 6 to 10 reps, depending on what you're feeling. I'm going to start off with 10. So 3, 2, 1, and let's go. It's only 30 seconds, so it's a quicker timer, but keeping technique your main priority. Again, once you've counted your 6 to 10 reps, depending on where you're at, you can stop for the round. Okay, so I think that's my 10 done. About 10 seconds left to recovery, so again, it's a quick fire little blitz here. But let's go. Ready? You've got 5 seconds. I'll keep you updated on this for round number 2. So here we go. So 3, 2, 1, and off we go. So we're going into round 2. Again, shoot for the same reps if we can. So already we might be starting to feel that burn. It is notorious for burn. Again, if you start off 10 and you're finding it tough already, you can lower it down to an 8 maybe, and then do the next 2 rounds at 8, and then last round 6. You have a rep range to deal with. So we've got 5 seconds before round number 3. Let's count your own reps. So 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Wow, yes, good 10. I'm starting to feel that now. So 18 seconds to recover. Again, you finish when you finish your reps. Again, triceps should be burning a bit now. You might feel it a little bit in your shoulders and possibly in your chest. So 7 seconds before round number 4. So penultimate round. Let's keep it good. So 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Ooh, yes, this is good. Again, keep going if you're not finished just yet. If you can really push for those 10 reps, that's even better. If it is physically getting too tough, then that's fine as well. So last round, I want everyone to really push for the 10. You have the whole 30 seconds to go here. If you don't get to 10, you keep going all the way through. So 3, 2, 1, here we go.
Last round.
Again, 10 is the ultimate goal. If it takes you the 30 seconds to get there, it doesn't matter. We have the 30-second gap to use it. We've still got 18 seconds left. Okay, so that's the 10, but again, you keep going up until you get to 10 if you're not there already. Just for the road, I'm gonna keep going. Just to keep you going all the way through, we've got about 7 seconds remaining, so I'll count you down. The burn should be there now. So 3, 2, and 1. Okay, good. Oosh. Ooh, bit of a burner. But that is now the end. So we did an 18-minute EMOM and a quick 2.5 minute kind of blitz towards the end. So in total, roughly 20 minutes, you know, give or take. So it's going to get quickly stretched out and warmed down or cooled down, and then I'll let you crack on. So let's start off with the triceps actually. Let's go for these. We just worked them. Straight arm above your head, tuck it behind your ear or your head, and then pull it over. So at the back, it looks a bit like that. Should be a nice little stretch on your triceps here. We won't take too long getting stretched out because, as I frequently say, you don't need to stretch too much after bodyweight workouts. Good, okay, so now we just go for the shoulders. So straight arm across the body, pull it in towards the chest. But that is workout number 5 done. So you're halfway through the 10 workouts of the course. Hopefully you feel like you're getting a bit fitter, and hopefully you're still crushing them twice a week, should I say, if I can get my words out. Twice a week is the preferable frequency, and that's what I'll be releasing. I'll be releasing them every week or twice every week. Yeah, so far so good. We're just going to do the lower back with the side twists. And it'll be interesting, of course, for you at home as to which ones you find harder. We've done a few different styles. We've done kind of the generic sort of timed rounds. Then we've done an AMRAP, and now we've just done an EMOM. Some people find certain stuff easier, some people find it tougher. So just going to hold on to something for your balance just to get the legs swinging around, stretch out the hips at the back, and stretch out the hamstrings at the top. Forward and back like this. Keeping your legs soft, not too straight, but not too bent. Perfect middle ground. Let's switch our legs. So we've got about 1 more minute left, then I'll let you go. Always good to get a little bit more mobile afterwards. Nice, and then just finally then let's just go across to the side, stretch out the inner kind of hip flexors or the groin and the inner thigh. And let's switch over, find a little bit. Try not to kick any furniture around. Been there and done that. And okay, so now that will see you out for the workout. So as always, hope you've enjoyed. That might have been quite a chaotic workout, I fully understand. But I'm trying to keep it exciting, trying to show you some different ideas, some different methods of getting a good workout in. But hopefully we'll be back for workout number 6, where we're going to crush it again. But in the meantime, get your rest, your sleep, your food, and your recovery. And I'll see you all again next time.